just had a killing here.
Who was it?
Don't know. Some fella just entering the building when he was shot. He must have been going up to see the governor.
Is the governor still in his office?
Yes, the secretary just told me he's expecting you.
Thanks. Good evening, Mr. Wayne. All right, Wells.
Yes?
Mr. Wayne is here, sir.
Send him right in.
Go right in. The governor's considerably upset. Hello, Governor.
Hello, Bob.
You heard about the killing?
Yes. The dead man was Arthur Chambers, the greatest criminologist in the country. Only he and I were supposed to know that he was to meet me here tonight.
Well, someone else had to know, or he wouldn't have been shot.
Dr. Satan knew.
Dr. Satan?
Yes. Dr. Satan had him killed.
Then some of the rumors about this mysterious Dr. Satan are true.
All of them are probably true. Dr. Satan's spies have penetrated even the police department. The situation is so serious that I'm going to call 4 companies of the National Guard. Sit down, my boy. I can give you the information I want you to have best if I reminisce a little. As you know, I'm not a native of this state. I was born and raised on a cattle ranch in Arizona. The best friend I ever had was a young puncher who came out of Texas to ride for my father. For the moment, we'll call him Smith. Smith and I were inseparable until the word spread that he was riding with a wild bunch. He quit the ranch, and soon after, a series of raids began by an unknown masked rider called the Copperhead.
Copperhead? I've heard of him somewhere. Was he your friend Smith?
Yes. He was called the Copperhead because he always wore this copper mask. Whenever he made a raid or had to kill a man, one of these copper serpents were always found at the scene.
But what has all this to do with me, sir?
The Copperhead was your father.
My father?
Yes, Bob. Your father died a few months after you were born, and your mother died the next winter. I started then to look after your affairs, and you've been with me ever since.
I realize I never knew much about my parents. Somehow, I've always regarded you as my father. It's a little tough to learn now that my real dad was a criminal.
Now, wait a minute, my boy. I told you your dad righted some wrongs badly in need of righting. That's the plain, simple truth. Don't ever forget it.
Thank you, sir. I never will. Do you mind if I leave now, sir?
Of course not. See me in the morning. Don't ever feel anything but pride in your father, Bob. He was the most courageous man I've ever known. Why, if the Copperhead were alive today, he'd run this Dr. Satan to earth before he could strike another blow.
Thanks. Good night, sir.
Good night, my boy. Copperhead were alive today, he'd run this Dr. Satan to earth before he could strike another blow. With 4 companies of the National Guard, you are instructed to accomplish this transfer immediately. It is also my desire... Who are you and what are you doing here?
The appointment was for midnight, Your Excellency.
Wells. Wells, who is this man who just came in? Dr. Satan.
You're gonna tell the police why you killed the governor, or I'll drop you in the street.
No! No! I'll tell all I know!
Now talk. You heard me talk.
I didn't want to do it. Dr. Satan made me. If I refused to kill the governor, Dr. Satan would kill me. You heard me talk. I didn't want to do it. Dr. Satan made me. If I refused to kill the governor, Dr. Satan would kill me.
That clinches it, Mr. Wayne. This fellow killed the governor, all right. But now we've got to find out who this Dr. Satan is.
Hiya, Chief.
Reporters.
Bob Wayne, how are you?
I'm all right, Speed. It's good to see you again.
This is Lois Scott, our top sob sister.
Glad to know you, Mr. Wayne.
Thanks. I'm glad to know you too, Miss Scott.
Is that the killer?
I'm going to question him now. You can stay and listen, but I'll tell you how much you can use.
That's okay with us, Chief. Get a shot of him, Speed.
Who is this Dr. Satan?
I don't know. None of us know. But he killed the governor, and he killed all of us.
If you don't know who he is, how do you get your orders?
Through this. My control disc. Dr. Satan talks to me through this.
Dr. Satan, the police have captured Corby.
Capture Corby.
Yes, sir. They're questioning him now.
What is your next job for Dr. Satan?
To get Thomas Scott, the inventor.
Why, that's my father.
What does Dr. Satan want Scott for?
Scott has an invention Dr. Satan wants.
An invention Dr. Satan will soon possess. You could not protect Governor Bronson. You cannot protect Scott any more than you can protect Corbet, who knows the penalty for treason to me is death.
Corby told too much. They'll warn Scott.
Of course. But I'll get those plans away from him tonight. I must get them. Scott's remote control cell is all I need. Once I equip the robot with that device, there is no limit to the power and wealth I can command.
But Dr. Satan, the police.
Police will be fast, but I'll be faster. Scott is returning to Capital City tonight from Washington with the plans. I'll take Corwin and Gort, and we'll catch that train in Maple Junction.
All I know is Chief Land sent out a request for one of us to catch this train and ride in with you. We'll probably know more about it when we get there. I hope so. So, thanks. Don't mind if I do. Might as well get comfortable for the rest of the night.
Any time now, Doctor. They're settling down for the night.
Good.
Cut back to Capital City on the Valley Highway. We'll catch her in that straight stretch. Okay.
Master. There's a baggage check. The plans must be in the baggage car safe. We'll go up and get them.
Scott? Mr. Scott?
What is it?
I have some important information for you. May I come in?
Just a moment. Come in.
I'm Bob Wayne, Mr. Scott. I'm glad to see that the Miles City detective caught the train.
I must ask you to explain your business briefly, young man. It's late and I'm tired.
Mr. Scott, Dr. Satan may try to attack you on this train tonight. If he does, I want to be here.
Well, then, perhaps I can accommodate you. I am Dr. Satan. This pneumatic pistol is practically noiseless and fires a small hypodermic needle which contains a strong poison. You will be dead before we leave this room. Leaving the train now. Get Scott's briefcase from the baggage car and bring it to me in town.
Right. Thanks.
Good morning, Alice.
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Oh, Alice, this is Mr. Wayne. Bob, this is my secretary, Miss Brent.
How do you do, Miss Brent?
How do you do, Mr. Wayne?
Why? That's my briefcase.
The messenger boy just arrived with it.
The plans. Why, they're all here.
Seems to be for you, Mr. Scott.
Dear sir, herewith are the plans to your remote control cell, Copperhead. I wish I knew him. I certainly owe him a great debt of gratitude.
Perhaps you will know him someday, Mr. Scott.
Well, I must put these safely away.
Mr. Scott, are you sure that this safe is protection enough against Dr. Satan?
Yes, ample protection. That switch operates an invention of my own. A controlled electric current sufficient to knock a man unconscious.
Oh, I see. I'm naturally interested in your control cell, Mr. Scott. Mind if I come back tonight and watch you conduct the experiment?
Certainly not. We're glad to have you.
Then I won't delay any longer. See you tonight.
Lois and I are going out to the shipyard. We'll walk out with you. Come along, Lois. My control panel.
Good evening, Mr. Scott.
Who are you? What do you want here? What has happened to my control panel?
I will answer those questions. I'm Dr. Satan, and I have your control panel.
Dr. Satan? What do you want with me?
I want a complete set of plans for your remote control cell. If you care to be reasonable in the matter, you'll be handsomely rewarded.
I refuse to give them to you at any price.
You're testing the dimension tonight on Turner's yacht. Your daughter is aboard that yacht. My men have wired explosives into the fuel tanks. The fuse is connected with the speed indicator. When the boat attains a speed of 25 knots, those charges will be fired.
I don't believe it. I still refuse to give you the plans.
I anticipated you might be stubborn. Perhaps a little time will change your mind. Particularly when you realize that each minute will bring your daughter a minute closer to death. Sit down. Mr. Scott, you are absolutely at my mercy. Any sensible person who loved his daughter would surrender the plans.
I'll surrender the plans.
Alice, what happened?
The men tied me up in the barn.
Are they still there?
I think so.
Go get the police. Drop that gun, Dr. Satan.
Copperhead.
I'll take those plans. Mr. Scott, call the police and tell them we'll bring Dr. Satan in.
He won't if he wants his daughter to live.
He's right. I don't dare. The yacht has been mined to explode at a certain speed. He has the control panel. Unless he gives orders to stop it, Lois will be killed.
You're a prisoner now, Dr. Satan. If Miss Scott is killed, you'll stand trial for murder. Perhaps you'd better change your plan.
And if I agree to have the yacht return safely to shore, what are your terms?
I'll hold you here until we've heard from Miss Scott. Then I'll give you 15 minutes start.
Very well. I'll give you the order.
It'll take several hours to revive you from that shock. Without him to stop the test, Lois will be killed.
What time does the test start?
10 o'clock. Dr. Satan said I had until 10:30 before the ship will be blown up.
Contact the yacht on the shortwave radio.
We're now officially on the test, Captain Lathrop. It's 10 o'clock, and I have personally checked to see the government seals on all hatches and engine room companionways are intact.
And from now on, we'll be guided by Mr. Scott on shore through his remote control cell, right?
That's right. He's already taken over your steering apparatus.
Well, if I wasn't watching this, I wouldn't believe it.
No wonder Dr. Satan wants control of this invention.
It's no use. The radio is out. Dr. Satan would see to that.
What's the yacht's location?
About 10 miles east of Middlebank Lightship.
I may be able to get there and warn them before the yacht blows up. You stay here till the police arrive.
The test is certainly working this far. It's amazing. Amazing.
I'll go to the radio room and call Father.
We picked up 5 knots already.
B4X2 calling W6XO.
We're gaining speed rapidly. Much more than Mr. Scott indicated we would.
B4X2 calling W6XO.
Scott should know better than this. We're not built for this speed.
Yes?
Scott, have you contacted your father yet?
Not yet, Captain. This radio seems to be out.
Keep trying. Mr. Martin, will you please check our aerial?
Yes, sir.
Something must be wrong. Send some men out to Scott's and see what happened.
We have 5 minutes yet. If you don't hear from Dr. Satan by 10:30, what will you do?
Just what I was told to do. Blow up the yacht.
There isn't any aerial, sir. It's been ripped away at the top of the radio room. It's a plain case of sabotage. Put your boat about, Captain.
You know we can't do that, sir. We're at the mercy of Scott's remote control panel.
B4X2 calling W6XO.
We'll get fire axes and break open the engine room companionways. I'll stop this ship if I have to cripple it.
The Copperhead.
This boat's mine.
Mine?
It'll blow up any minute. I've got a speedboat astern. Get into it. Where's Miss Scott?
B4X2 calling W6XO.
Miss Scott, we've got to get off this boat, quick.
There they are.
How did I escape the police?
Scarlett and Gort rescued you before the police arrived.
What about the yacht?
It was blown up and sunk.
Scott's remote control device sunk with it. However, you obeyed my orders.
Has Scott got another?
Probably. If not, he will surely build one. And I must have it. With remote control robots, I can be master of the nation's wealth. We must keep close watch on Scott and his associates. I'll learn when they plan to attempt another demonstration.
All set? Good. I'll phone Mr. Scott.
Hello, Mr. Scott. Yes, the control tube's installed okay. You can take her off any time. Right. Goodbye.
Everything is ready, Colonel. The motor speed was built up to normal before anything could be seen on the scanning screen.
The plane just took off. No one in it.
All right. Start the controls. What's wrong?
It just doesn't work.
So I see. Scott must have changed the wavelength. There's only one thing to do. I'll have to get a man aboard that plane.
I now guided to the bombing range. The buildings you see are the deserted shacks we will use for bombing targets. I release 2 light bombs first.
Marvelous. This device will make every other method of warfare obsolete.
I now attempt a dive bombing attack.
We must get that control cell into a safe place as soon as possible. It would be a catastrophe if it ever got into the wrong hands. I assure you the government will take over this.
Dad, look.
The motor's dead. The plane's out of control.
It's another attempt at sabotage. Hold it.
are you doing in there? Come on out here. Where's our man?
I don't know where he is.
I'll find out. Get that control tube out of the motor. All right, tie him up. We'll take him to Dr. Satan. Keep him here till Dr. Satan comes. I'll be upstairs.
I'll keep him. Sit down.
Splendid, Stoner, splendid. I'll be over there soon. Element in Scott's control system. Now I can complete my robot. Now I can...
He got away.
How did it happen?
He broke loose and slugged me.
I will disclose this location to the police. And I'll be forced to abandon a valuable laboratory all because of your callousness. I do not tolerate callousness, and you know the penalty.
It wasn't my fault. Wait, give me another chance. Give me another chance and I'll...
Take him away. Get your hands up. Mr. Scott will be very glad to get this, and the police will be glad to get you. Stand up. Don't move.
Hold it. Turn around. Back against that wall. Throw your guns in that corner. The next man who tries that will really get hurt. I'm going to phone the police now, and you're going to stay here till they arrive.
We found the plane, but the control tube had been removed. I'm afraid that means Dr. Satan's got it. Why, what's this? It's from the Copperhead. The tube in the plane was destroyed, but Dr. Satan plans to salvage the one in the yacht, the Copperhead. Why, this is amazing.
Copperhead's always been right before. We'll have to salvage that tube before Dr. Satan gets it.
It will not be easy to find in the wreckage. I think it would be simpler to destroy it with a depth charge.
We'll need diving equipment to find the wreck.
We could use a diving chamber for that. The one Professor Lewis built for his scientific expedition is at the harbor now. I'll make arrangements at once.
Yeah? All right. Scarlett said Scott rented the diving chamber and took it out this morning.
Get your men into a speedboat. Go out and take over the ship and use your equipment. Hurry, they're probably there already.
Yes, sir.
Phone us when you're ready, we'll send down the explosives. Try and get them as near a midship as possible.
Right. Cozy little bungalow, isn't it?
Yes. I hope the roof doesn't leak.
All set, sir. See if they're ready, Alice.
Right. All ready? They're ready.
Load away.
Slowly, we're almost down.
Almost down. They're almost down.
Easy.
They're all on the other side. Throttle the motor.
Here. All right. Be careful not to tangle those detonating wires.
Yes, sir.
Tell them to swing it forward 10 feet and out as far as they can.
All right. They're ready to come up now.
Is the detonator all connected speed?
Yes, sir.
All right, stand by. We'll bring them on board.
Stand still, everybody. We're taking this ship over. Now, get in that cabin. Everybody, come on.
Something's happened. There's a lot of noise on deck.
Hello. Hello.
little while, but they better get us topside fast.
Don't move or I'll let him have it.
We're getting out of here. Don't start anything. Pick up court. We're taking your friend with us, so don't use that gun.
What could have happened?
I'm afraid Dr. Satan's going to attack the boat.
Hoist that diving chamber.
We're moving.
Do you think they're all right?
I don't know. That was a terrific explosion. There it is. It's been damaged, but they may be all right. That's enough.
Remember Dr. Satan's orders.
Speed! Why, what's the matter? Are you ill?
Martin is all right, Mr. Scott. Everyone stay just where you are. This is Dr. Satan speaking. Mr. Martin has been given a drug which puts him completely under my control. I've sent him to request a favor of you.
Why, this is preposterous. Do you expect to frighten me with a drugged man and a portable radio?
There's more than that, Mr. Scott. Martin also carries a very deadly bomb, which I can set off at any moment. Stay in front of him at all times, so I can watch your every move. Unless you wish to cause the death of everyone in the room, you must obey me implicitly. What's the matter, Mr. Scott? Don't you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. What do you want me to do?
You are to come with Martin to my headquarters and give me instructions for making your remote control device. Well, what is your decision?
I suppose I must do what you tell me. But I must get my formula and notes from the safe.
Very well, but hurry.
There's nothing I can do here, but if the electric power were cut off, Dr. Satan's control board would go out and he couldn't set off his bomb.
Why, that's impossible. Think of the consequences. People trapped in elevators, traffic stalled, lights out in operating rooms. It would be a catastrophe to the whole city.
It'll be a catastrophe to the whole nation if Dr. Satan succeeds with his plans. We've got to stop him.
I guess you're right, Bob. I'll arrange with the power company at once.
Walk just ahead of Martin, Mr. Scott. Not too far ahead, not too fast. Faster, Mr. Scott, faster. Hurry, Scott, if you value your life.
Look out, speed!
Bob, aren't you taking an awful chance?
No, I had the electric power turned off for 30 seconds.
Hurry, boy, hurry.
Come on. Speed. Speed. Hold it. Don't try it.
All right, get his gun. Hold it. Never mind him. Scott's the only one we want. Take him along.
This is an outrage. I demand to be released.
Keep still if you know what's good for you.
Sit down.
Yes?
This is Stoner. We have Scott at the waterfront laboratory.
Splendid, Stoner, splendid. I'll be over there soon.
Yes, sir. Keep close watch on him.
Smoke?
No, thanks.
Would you like to make a lot of money?
I get it. You want me to help you get away?
Yes. I'll pay you well.
What good would money do me? I can't get away from Dr. Satan.
But with money, you could get away. Go anywhere.
Not while I wear this control disc. Dr. Satan can take my life at any minute.
Can't you take it off?
No. If any of us try to remove our discs, we'd be electrocuted through them.
I see. It's fiendish. But there must be a way to transfer the action of the ray.
It's off. I'm free.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Come on. It's Dr. Satan. We'll use him to get us by the guards. Cover up.
You can go now, Scarlett. I want to talk privately with Mr. Scott.
I'm going, but I'm taking him with me, Dr. Satan.
What does this mean?
It means that you can't dictate to me anymore.
I see. Our scientific friend has liberated you. You're very clever, Mr. Scott.
You're coming along with us, Dr. Satan. Get away from that desk and put up your hands.
You'll never get me past the guards.
That's what you think. We're going out the back way.
Take him out.
As one scientist to another, don't you admire my robot? It's horrible. You like it better after you've worked on it.
I work on it?
That's why you're here. At present, I can only control this robot over a short distance. But with your remote control cell built in, I can send this robot and hundreds like it all over the country. With my army of mechanical men, I can seize wealth and power beyond limit.
And you expect me to put my invention to such a use?
I don't expect. I command. Will you start work at once, or shall I turn on the robot again?
All right. I'll do it.
Look over the material we have. If there is anything else you need, my men will get it for you. Is your remote control cell properly installed in the robot?
Yes, sir. You can send it anywhere and make it do anything you wish.
Good. Continue working, Mr. Scott. I will need many more of those control cells.
I've used up all the tungite. I can't build any more cells without it.
Where have you been getting this tungite?
The Acme company controls it. It's guarded like radium. They sell it only to well-known scientists.
We'll attend to that later. But first, I want to put my robot to a test.
It's almost 11 o'clock, sir.
Now for the great experiment. So far, so good.
Bob Wayne calling W6XO. Bob Wayne calling W6XO.
W6XO answering. What is it, Bob?
Lois, I'm trailing Dr. Satan's men and the robot. They turned off Highway 33 about 4 miles out of town on a dirt road that's screened by a billboard. Get Speed and the DA's men.
Right, Bob.
That successfully concludes that piece of business. Your friend will have no clue to your whereabouts now, Mr. Scott, so you can continue your work without fear of interruption.
Mr. Scott. Copperhead. You shouldn't have come here. Dr. Satan's guards are everywhere. It's impossible to get out of this house.
We'll get out all right. Come on.
Dr. Satan.
Stop where you are, Dr. Satan, and put up your hands.
Well, this is a surprise. What do you wish of me?
You're going to take Mr. Scott and me safely out of this building.
No, my friend, you're mistaken. I have other plans. The others. Remove the remote control board to a safer place, Mr. Scott.
Look out, he's got a gun. The police are breaking in.
If I can get my confidential records.
You stay here.
Who's there?
It's Bob Wayne. Is that you, Speed?
Yeah, that's me. How do you open this?
There's a release over behind the door.
I'll find it. How'd you get down there?
I'll explain that later. Who was doing the shooting?
We were. One of Dr. Satan's men, but he got away.
Did he have any papers with him?
No, but he was trying to open that safe.
Let's have a look at it. I heard Dr. Satan sent him for some confidential records.
Did you get my records?
No, I couldn't. Speed Martin, the newspaper man, and 2 DA men jumped me. I lost the DA man in the secret passage.
Where's Martin?
Still in the main room, trying to open the safe.
I'm gonna have to break it open.
With what?
I'll have to get something to use as a pry bar.
Thanks, Bob.
Go up and get those papers.
A secret passage. Come on.
Somebody's coming.
Don't shoot. You'll bring every cop to the place down here.
Get the DA's men. I'm going to see where this tunnel leads.
Okay.
It's Bob Wayne. The robot will take care of him. Get Scott and meet me at headquarters.
Joe, come on. We gotta get out of here. Bob!
Look, the robot short-circuited in the water.
Well, we didn't get Dr. Satan, but we got the robot.
Get some ropes and get it out of there, then meet us up in the main room. I want to have a look at that safe.
Letters from agents of Dr. Satan in 20 different cities. No wonder he was anxious to get these records.
Take a look at this.
Professor Williams. Well, that's the scientist the district attorney sent for to work out a method to offset Dr. Satan's remote control cell.
And Dr. Satan knows about it and is out to get him. When is he expected to arrive?
Plane's coming in from Chicago tonight.
Get in touch with the airport and have him contact the plane.
Yes?
Take all this to headquarters. Come on, Speed.
This is Perry, District Attorney's Office. Get me Central Airport, quick.
Flight 7, just past Ball Mountain Beacon, on schedule. Flying at 3,000, airspeed 170, visibility 4. Flight 7 off.
Now on, I'll be flying that plane by remote control.
Contact Central Airport at Capital City. Something mighty funny about this. Flight 7 calling Central Airport. Emergency. Flight 7 calling Central Airport. Come in, Central Airport. Come in, Central Airport.
Central Airport calling Flight 7. I hear you, Flight 7. Listen to me.
Flight 7 calling Central Airport. A receiving set is out. Get to my hangar. Stop on it. Beam, Steve. And we're heading right into superstition peaks. I know it, kid. I only hope the passengers don't find out. Flight 7, calling Central Airport. Come in, Central Airport. Flight 7, calling Central Airport.
What's that other plane doing there?
What's that idiot trying to do? Look, he's blinking his taillight. He's using Morse code. Dr. Satan, remote, control, cell. Your plane, Professor Williams. Get Professor Williams. He's one of our passengers. Our controls have been cut off, Professor. That plane ahead is warning us about a remote control cell. He keeps repeating Dr. Satan, Professor Williams.
The evidently means that Dr. Satan has installed his remote control cell in this plane. We must find it at once.
I think you've got it.
They shall not escape me. I'll crash the transport.
We're in control.
They must have broken to control.
Boy, that was close. How's Professor Williams? Not so good. He'll need more than first aid. All right, contact Ross. Flight 7 calling Central Airport. Flight 7 calling Central Airport.
Central Airport to Flight 7. Come in, Flight 7.
Flight 7 reporting position on schedule. Professor Williams badly burned about face and head. Arranged for medical care on arrival.
Okay, Steve.
Come. We must work quickly.
Hello, Steve.
Hiya, Ross.
Boy, what a time you must have had.
I wouldn't want to go through a night like this again.
I still don't know what happened.
Well, there was one of Dr. Satan's remote control cells hidden in the plane. He tried to crash us into Superstition Mountains, but Professor Williams ripped out the control. Oh, he's all right. The ambulance just got here.
Ambulance? Well, I called Doc Brown. He hasn't any ambulance.
Well, that's funny. Well, maybe the DA sent one.
I don't think so. He didn't say anything about it. Just said he was sending a couple of his men over.
Well, I better check up on this.
Hey, wait a minute.
From the district attorney's office?
Yes.
Well, something strange just happened. An ambulance picked up Professor Williams and drove him away. And the ambulance wasn't sent for.
Which way did they go?
They headed for South Boulevard.
We'll pick up that ambulance.
There's a DA car right behind us.
I'll get one of his tires. We can't take a chance with the professor inside.
Professor? Yes, quite.
We're from the district attorney's office.
We better get you to a doctor. No, it won't be necessary. I'm not badly hurt.
But your burns.
Oh, they're superficial. Besides, I'm anxious to get to Lowman Park. There is work to do.
You drive the ambulance to the office. I'll take the professor to Lowman Park.
Right.
Hello?
Lois, is Professor Williams there?
Yes?
Listen carefully and don't let him know I'm phoning. Keep him there. He's Dr. Satan. Copperhead and I will be out as soon as possible.
Very well, I'll be glad to. Thank you for calling.
The man will finish creating the robot when they call for it, Miss Scott, and I thank you for your kindness.
Well, you're not leaving.
Yes, I must get busy at once.
I thought you'd want to see some of Father's other inventions. Here's a poisonous gas he was working on. It's very dangerous. Because of its acid reaction, it has to be kept in a lead container.
Must be a very formidable weapon.
It would be, if Father'd been able to perfect it. But it's not practical yet. To be used in quantities, it would have to be highly compressed, which heats it too much. At a temperature of 400 degrees, it disintegrates and becomes harmless.
Very interesting, but I'm afraid I must go now.
Oh, there's one more thing you must see. Father had so many interesting projects.
I'm deeply sorry about your father, Miss Scott, and I hope he's returned to you unharmed.
Thank you. With your help, he may be.
What do you mean?
This. Dr. Satan. What have you done with my father, Dr. Satan?
He's alive and well. But don't you think...
Stay where you are. I'm going to keep you here, Dr. Satan, until help comes. Even if I have to...
Sorry to disappoint you, Miss Scott, but my plans will not allow me to stay here longer. Sit down. I hope you'll not be too uncomfortable, Miss Scott.
Are you hurt?
No, but Dr. Satan got away.
Good afternoon, miss. The district attorney sent us here to pick up a robot for Professor Williams.
I'll see about it. Wait here, please.
Sure.
After that, he left and took the robot with him. A truck is outside to pick up the robot.
What?
A truck is outside. The men say they're from the district attorney.
They're Dr. Satan's men.
Wait a minute. They don't know what's happened here. They'll take that box straight to Dr. Satan. I'm going in that box.
You're crazy. Dr. Satan will open the box just
I
as
know,
soon as...
but he won't expect to find me in there. I'll be able to get the drop on him and hold him till you get out there.
How will I find the place?
Follow the truck. Now tell him to come and get the box.
All right, go ahead.
Be careful with it.
Don't worry, lady. It'll get where it's going okay. Looks like someone's following us. Step her up.
stopped him. You can take it easy now.
Wait here. I'll see where Dr. Satan wants us unloaded.
Give us a hand.
Right now, I'm where I can watch the house. It's located a half a mile south of the car barns on Shore Drive. Get the district attorney's men to come out here at once.
Right. I've got to call the district attorney's office, Speed, and get some help.
Go to headquarters and take care of Scott.
Leave it to us, Stoner.
Let's go.
We want Scott. Dr. Satan's orders.
What do you want now?
You.
The effect of Dr. Satan's drugs have worn off. I'm not obeying any more of his orders.
You're going to obey his last order. Turn around.
Hurry. We must escape before Dr. Satan returns.
He won't return. He's at the Shore Road place. The DA's men are cleaning it out now.
The Shore Road place? They'll never take him there. That house is a death trap. Dr. Satan has fiendish devices at every turn. Unless those entry know about them, they're in deadly danger.
Do you know how to avoid those traps?
Yes.
We've got to get out there right away.
I thought the Copperhead was to be here.
He said he would.
We can't waste any time waiting. Burns, you take the east side. Adams, you and your men cover the rear. Come on.
Perfect. Perfect. Just as I would have planned it. them all. Come. The others of your party are in the hands of my men. You four are worthy of my special attention. You've all interfered with me in the past. None of you shall ever do so again. My robot will give each of you a last deadly embrace. Stoner, you and God go in the control room. The robot shall deal with you first, Miss Scott. Rather interesting, isn't it? To think that your inventive father made all this possible with his remote control cell.
We must get to the control room without being seen.
Where is it?
Upstairs. Walk lightly. Don't touch the hand railing. Everything is wired.
I wish you all a pleasant journey.
Hold it, Dr. Satan.
Stoner, guard! Here we go. The girl will be first.
Someone's coming. Bob, you are the Copperhead.
Yes, Mr. Scott, but I'll explain it all later. Stay here, I'll cover you.
What's the matter, Scott?
It's the Copperhead. I found him prowling about, so I took him by surprise.
Give me a hand. We'll put him in with the others. Let the robot take care of him.
We've got to get to that robot.
The only way we can stop that is by the control room.
We'll make sure of him this time. The girl can wait.
Are you feeling all right now, Lois?
Yes, Father. It's wonderful to know that you're safe. And that Dr. Satan...
Dr. Satan and his robots won't bother you anymore.
The district attorney's men have the rest of the gang rounded up. What a story, what a story. Except for one thing. Who's the Copperhead?
This belong to you, Bob?
You were the Copperhead.
Oh, sure. I knew it all the time.
You see, Lois, my father was the original Copperhead years ago. He, too, fought crime and injustice, only to be condemned by the unthinking as a lawbreaker. Well, I've done my best to clear his name.
When you write your part of the story, Lois, will you explain the whole truth about my father?
Leave it to me, Bob.